Tilak Devesher, I want to begin by asking you, sir, Pakistani media is gagged, but there are digital platforms in Pakistan that are reporting anything between 180 to 200 Tehreek-e-Labbaik workers killed in Muridke and Lahore protests. And that's a huge number. If TLP, whatever TLP is claiming is true, is Pakistan, what we hear, it's moving to ban TLP. Can the Pakistani security forces get away with a massacre of close to 200 Pakistani Punjabi Muslims? And do you see this connection between what's happening with the TLP in Lahore and what's happening at the AFPAC border?
Thank you, Gaurav, for having me on the show. And good evening to all the fellow panelists. You see, I have heard that it's close to 280 TLP people who have been massacred in Muridke and in different parts of Punjab. Now, this is a very surprising turnaround because the TLP has been an establishment party. And the establishment has used the TLP when they wanted, for example, to cut down Nawaz Sharif's strength in 2018 elections or to put Imran Khan in his place when he was Prime Minister. So they have acted on behalf of the establishment. Today, the establishment to turn around to massacre them in this manner, and even the leader Saad Rizvi, who has been injured apparently, he has been disappeared. You know, nobody knows where he is. So this is a very surprising turnaround. And the only thing I can think why this has happened is that they want to, or Asim Munir wants to prove his loyalty to the US because they had threatening to march to the US embassy protesting against the Palestinian peace deal. The thing is not fair to Palestine, and the apprehension that Pakistan may be in the process of recognizing Israel. So for them, it's a red flag. But for Asim Munir to prove his loyalty to the US, this must have done. As far as their linkage to the TTP is concerned, the TTP has come out with a statement, protesting against the killing of fellow Muslims in Pakistan, exercising, telling them to exercise restraint and, taking up cudgels on behalf of the TLP. Now, whether this is a real connection or the TTP, the Taliban are playing with, taking use of what's happening in Pakistan, I don't know. I haven't come across any TTP-TLP connections, but Taliban has certainly come out with a statement in favor of the TLP.
Dhillon, some of the images on social media are horrifying. What's happening in Pakistan's Punjab province. Tehreek-e-Labbaik was seen as a proxy, as Mr. Tilak Devesher just described, of the Pakistan army to bring civilian leadership to heel. Has Field Marshal Asim Munir turned against Labbaik? Will this have consequences for Pakistan's Punjab province, or has the Pakistan army successfully crushed the TLP? Is Maryam Nawaz on board, and is this being done to please the Americans?
Good evening, viewers, and good evening, Gaurav, and good evening to the fellow panelists. I totally agree with Mr. Tilak Devesher that TLP is a proxy of the deep state. It is just that in this particular incident, the proxy has gone rogue. And the reason for proxy going rogue is, starting with Ziaul Haq's time, the way the public in Pakistan has been fed on the religion and anti-Jews, anti-Hindu sentiments. Suddenly, when the Palestine peace accord was signed and the Prime Minister of Pakistan was there, the understanding is there will be a state of Palestine and there will be a state of Israel and they will coexist. That, in a nutshell, means Pakistan accepts the state of Israel as a nation. Now, that is not acceptable to the 50 years of propaganda against Israelis. Now, that is where the TLP cadre are feeling cheated. And this is where the divorce happened. And then the typical Pakistan army brutalities, close to about 280, 230, 290 civilians getting killed in cold blood. It is just that the media gag is there today. Otherwise, people have made videos. The videos are circulating within the friend circle. But the moment the media gag is over, a lot will come out of this TLP movement. And as has already been told, Taliban has already spotted it. And TTP, of course, has no alignment with TLP because TLP is seen as a deep state proxy. But what is happening inside Pakistan is another front, and what's happening on AFPAC border, that has its own background and own ramifications.
You know, I'll come to Pakistan burning on multiple fronts in just a moment. Dr. Tara Kartha, Labbaik was opposing Pakistan's support to US President Donald Trump's 20-point agenda on Israel and Gaza. Pakistan TV was not showing Labbaik protests, but Trump and Netanyahu live from Israel's parliament. Is that a signal that Field Marshal Asim Munir and Shahbaz Sharif are sending both to the US and to the radicals in Pakistan that they are with Donald Trump, and those opposing Donald Trump's agenda, whether it's in Afghanistan or it's in Gaza, they'll be crushed like the Labbaik?
I'm not sure about that because like the previous panelist said, this is a state party, right? It has always been. But if you recall, earlier when this step Father Khadim Rizvi got a bit above himself, he thought he was the greatest guy going, they just quietly bumped him off. So they have no compunctions about bumping up any of these guys if it doesn't suit their agenda. But the thing is, for Pakistan to recognize Israel at this point of time, even 10 years ago when Gaza violence was not there, it would have been difficult. For them to do it now is really, really asking for trouble, which is why the Punjab police was asking the TLP guys, he says, why are you protesting now? When Gaza is, celebrating the end of war, why on earth are you protesting? So this to me seems a manufactured protest, and they do like TLP has done before, which has got out of hand. It is not easy to control a crowd. Once a crowd builds up, it can do pretty anything, and well, maybe a lot of other elements also join in. There's one more factor. This is firing by the Punjab police. There is a lot of difference. The Punjab police in the past, and I've known some of the people there, they have complained heavily on Pakistan interference in this thing, saying we don't do this to us. We can't control these people. So that divide is also something you need to watch.
Okay, but is this fire going to burn Pakistan both within in Pakistan's Punjab province, in Lahore, in Muridke? I mean, that's the heart of Pakistan. If 200 people have been massacred by the police, will it have ramifications? You may crush information now, Mr. Devesher, but it will come out ultimately. And Taliban and Pakistan, they were seen as brothers at one point of time. Suddenly, when Donald Trump wants the Bagram Air Base, Field Marshal Asim Munir is seen as stabbing the Taliban in the back and in the chest. So is that another signal that Asim Munir is sending out? He is being seen as Donald Trump's hitman, as his gun for hire.
Certainly, you see, let's not forget, 65% of the population of Pakistan is Barelvi. And this is what the TLP is. And their strength is in all the shrines, like Data Darbar and all over Pakistan. You can suppress this for 2 days, 3 days, a week, even a month. But after that, when the stories come out, and the Barelvi and the TLP, even if it is banned, will get organized and will come out on the streets. 65% of the population, this is where the core strength of the PMLN is. You will not be able to suppress this. And if the Punjab police thinks they've done a damn good thing in shooting down 280 or 300 people, the backlash of this will, Punjab so far had been quiet. There was a problem in Balochistan, there was a problem in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, there was a problem in Kashmir, POJK. But now they have created this problem in Punjab. And Punjab, as you all know, is the heartland. And by creating the problem in Punjab, and it's not going to go out very easily, this will linger. The embers of this are going to linger for a long time to come.